As we typically do on this channel, we are talking about another trending topic, viral video today. This video, which was probably on a story, I'm guessing, Pokimane reveals that there's someone in her DMs has been trying to link for months, but recently announced his engagement. This is a little bit interesting, okay? And of course, as Pokimane pretty well does anything, it hits the internet, people start hating on her, people start yapping about her, but we'll talk about this entire thing, okay? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your Guy Woods Mini YouTube channel. So this is the video for you. It's a really quick video. Let's hear what she has to say, okay?
Tell me why this guy has been DMing me for months, trying to link up, responding to my outfit pics, etc. And he just announced his engagement on Instagram. And it pisses me
Crazy, pathetic. Nobody should ever be doing this. She should be publicly posting this.
off because it's in that gray area of like, I don't think that this warrants messaging the girl and being like, hey girl.
I want to know what's gray about it.
But also it's fucking odd. Then again, maybe they're in an open relationship. I don't freaking know.
A little bit of an interesting thing to post, to be honest with you, and there could be a couple reasons for it, and I want to dive into those reasons. So of course I'm going to give my thoughts on this entire situation. I wanted to get into what the internet had to say about this as well. And by the way, guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, hit like, subscribe. So first of all, with this entire thing, okay, I'm always skeptical about these types of things, especially coming from any creator. It's easy attention. It could flat out just be fake. But for the sake of this video that we're making today and the conversation that we're having, I'm going to move forward assuming that this is a real video that we're talking about, okay? Pokey said she was pissed off about this, okay? But backtracks a tad by saying, like, you know what? A little bit of a gray area. And then that gives the guy an out, okay? Maybe they're in an open relationship. Like, as if we know that modern men aren't, you know, able to control their lustful thoughts and actions. And before you sit down here thinking that you're better than this guy that might be messaging Pokimane over here, how long can you go without watching any sort of adult content and touching yourself? I know the answer to that question for the vast majority of you. So don't sit down here, over here, on your high horse talking about the pathetic tier 5 sub, okay? But let's circle back for a second. If she actually cares about this woman, if she's actually pissed off at the fiance's behalf, there is a very, very simple, completely correct action to take with this. And she doesn't have to, but it's a correct action to do. You take a good old screenshot of those DMs, you put the guy on blast for the world to see, and the internet will quickly do its thing in one, shaming that man, and in two, finding that fiance themselves. The vague video we got here is a little bit weird. By the way, we need more of that. I would love if every single woman online put every single message they get on blast. Society would be corrected pretty quickly that way, and perhaps men would actually be a little bit faithful to their partners again. This is a major, major problem in society today with guys, you know, simping over e-girls. But anyways, so she did, like, you know, say it is apparently a gray area. What was the purpose of this video then? One could speculate that originally this person messaging her was just, you know, maybe another face in the crowd, another orbiter obsessing over her. Do women typically like those types of guys? We, of course, all know the answer to that, but now he's engaged. Now he's off the market. Suddenly, this man has become validated, even to, like, the highest status, I guess you could say, of woman. There is nothing, guys. There is nothing more significant that you could possibly have in your arsenal in the dating world than social proof. It works every single time, or at the very least, you get a little bit of interest, okay? Now, all of the sudden, Boki's here talking about it. Now she's vaguely interested. That post wasn't like any sort of warning. It could very well just be a flex to other women. A girl communicating to others. Ooh, look at this man who is engaged. He's still in my DMs. In a way, she's saying better and she's trying to win a competition. They can't help it. But that's just like what some crazy people out here would assume about nature. I, of course, would never suggest such a thing. But honestly, guys, for the men watching, this is sick. Don't be that unfaithful to your partner. You do not deserve the love of a woman if you behave like this behind her back. Put the shoe on the other foot for a second. Would you like it if you found out your girl or your wife or whatever was messaging other men, especially famous people? Put the shoe on the other foot. Gather yourself. You shouldn't be watching e-girls anyways. But of course, it's just my thoughts on the entire situation. I wanted to get what the internet had to think about this as well. And I could only imagine what kind of reactions people would have to Pokimane. By the way, again, guys, if you're enjoying the video, hit like, subscribe, comment down below, help out the algorithm in any way that you can. We talk about these types of videos all the time, trending topics, viral videos. Check out the other channels as well, okay? She ignored bro, then he stopped being a simp and got married, and she's mad. One could say you could connect that to nature a little bit, eh? Wild that soon that he gets engaged, she's now interested. Dude, social proof works every single time. It's crazy that she was even paying attention to this guy. It is crazy, man. But I do understand the reply over there. It could just, to be honest with you, be a completely made up story. But again, we're going to take this at face value. We're going to take this as if it was real for the sake of the video. Pokimane might be the most unlikable person on the internet. She might be worse than Hassan to me. This is, the typical stuff that you get with it. We're just, hey, we're not hating over here, YouTube. We're not hating on anybody. We're gathering the news, top replies to things. I'm reporting over here. She literally could have just kept that to herself. What good does it do to tell millions of people this? Or if it truly bother her, then why not just confront him directly? She's a weirdo. What? No. You post that online. That you shouldn't keep those things to yourself. No girl should keep that to yourself. Have a team. As soon as a guy starts messaging you and you find out there's another partner, I'm not saying to like just anybody under the sun who messages you. No, any sort of guy with like another girl in his profile picture, you find out a guy's getting engaged, put him on blast. That would correct behavior pretty quickly if all the girls started doing that, especially all the famous girls. Let's continue on to the next post. The guy would rather have married Pokimane, but since he realized that wasn't going to happen, he went to sue with his second choice. Most married people aren't their partner's first choice. Ooh, that's a pill that not a lot of people are ready to swallow, dude. Oh boy, that's why, dude, I find so much grace in the fact that my wife and I got together when we were kids, man. It's easy knowing these types of things, right? Because it's true. The vast majority of people who marry their partner end up settling. And for those of you who are married, like, realistically, was your person your first choice? Maybe, but definitely when it comes to women making choices, it's oftentimes they don't get with their first choice. It makes her feel good inside. Engaged men want her. That's why she's not talking about it like she really cares about other women. Why are you even on these gooners' Instagram anyways? That's weird too. Yeah, it is a little bit weird. That's why I was skeptical at the beginning that she was even this is even a real story and she could just be looking for easy attention. Even then communicating, like I said, hey, look how good I am. Look how many guys want me, I don't know. It would obviously make you feel good inside. Let's continue on. Is she making things up to stay relevant? People are kind of like onto the tactic a lot of times. Someone else said he was closer to succeeding than letting on if she cared enough to be looking at his socials. Tell me I'm wrong. Could you imagine? I don't think that's the case. If I had to guess what happened, guys, I honestly would say that this story is made up. Secondly, social proof works every single time. You just maybe happen to run into it. It could be to maybe someone that she kind of knows. That's why there's a lot of different reasons for this. But again, what I said still stands. Social proof works every single time. Could you imagine though if he was actually close? He was just saying the right things that she happened to like. Now she's mad because she ignored him and moved on. Yeah. Let's get to dude. I love this picture so much. Where did this like originate from? I know it's like probably an AI picture, but everybody's like, I know we just covered something going on with Valkyrie and like the replies had a couple of these in there too, eh? Most guys know they want to marry a girl in like a few days. Does she not know this? I don't really know what that has to do with the conversation, but depends on the individual. Let's continue on. Translation. I was actually interested in him and now I'm pissed off that I didn't respond to him, but because my gender prevents taking accountability, I'm mad at him and want to ruin his life. Wow. I think that one's taken a little far, to be honest with you. I just think that it's more of I wasn't interested, and then I'm a little bit pissed off that he's not in my orbit anymore, not in my DMs like these like 5,000 other dudes over here. But if you want to talk a little bit more about some Pokimane drama, we have covered some in the past. You can check it out right here. I'd love to have you over there. Thank you for watching, everybody, and take care.